Well, hello everyone. This is a quick little video, as there's probably a lot of people out there. There are a lot of videos out there about it, but I'm going to be showing you guys where and how to identify the age of your smoke detector, whether it's a date of manufacturer or it's a date of replacement. So, almost every smoke alarm, well, these days, has either a date of replacement or a date of manufacturer. Obviously, you have to replace your smoke detectors every 10 years, so I'm going to show you how to identify a smoke detector that is over 10 years old and needs to be replaced. Obviously, a lot of people are just going to think, when you press the test button and it sounds, it's going to automatically, that's all right. No, that's not actually how it works. If your smoke detector is over 10 years old, fire standards in the UK and fire standards in the US, in that specific code, it requires you to have a smoke detector that is under 10 years old. Obviously, when smoke detectors get older, they lose their sensitivity. Obviously, I don't know if that's true or not. It might just be a way to keep you buying their products, but a lot of the old smoke detectors that I've had have been more than 10 years old, have worked just fine. So I don't see what the problem is. But detectors like this is an ionization detector. So all of these detectors here are all ionization. But ionization detectors are very renowned for malfunctioning after 10 years due to the fact that the sensor's either old, it's been in the smoker's house, or it's been highly exposed to pollutants. So, without further ado, let's get into the video. So, obviously, as you can see here, these three smoke detectors, this one, and this one, they look fairly new. They're all very, very different, and I'll show you where to locate the date of replacement on them. So, we're going to start with this very, very old detector here. This is a BRK 86 RAC smoke detector. This smoke detector is way, way more than 10 years old. And if you see one of these installed in a house or a building, it needs to be replaced. It shouldn't be relied on. Because obviously, because of the age of the smoke detector. So yeah, this one come out of one of my former relatives' houses. Yeah, it was extremely old and it's been taken out now, obviously part of my collection. But how to find the date on this one? The date of manufacturer is not available on this smoke detector. I've looked on the smoke detector. You'd think, hey, what about looking on the back then? I plugged the wiring harness into the back of there. I pull that out. So obviously, you're going to say, hey, look on the back for the date of manufacturer. So let's take this off. Probably very rare that has a gasket with it. So as you can see on the back here, there is nothing about a particular date or anything like that. There's no doesn't look like there's any sort of date on the back here. All it says is it contains radioactive material, a microcurie of americium-241. Now, obviously, another question that people ask is, how do you dispose of ionization smoke detectors? Can I just throw them in the garbage, in the regular garbage can? The answer is no. You cannot throw an ionization detector in the regular bin, because it contains radioactive material and requires proper disposal. Whereas a photoelectric smoke detector, an optical or photoelectric detector, like these two here that I've just got here, this one I just got, by the way, this one like this one here and this one here, those can go either to an electronic recycling place, or they can just go in the regular bin, because they are photoelectric, optical, and they don't contain any hazardous materials. So ionization smoke detectors, I was saying, have a tiny, small a tiny small button of americium-241 in, obviously, which is radioactive material. So the detector needs to go through some sort of disposal, and it does cost money, I believe, to dispose of ionization detectors. So yeah, that's the answer to that. Can you throw an optical smoke detector, photoelectric detector in the regular bins? Yes, you can. Probably not recommended, but yes, you can do it if you wanted to. Can I throw an ionization detector in the bin? No, absolutely not. Make sure you go through the right people to recycle these, because these are a huge threat to the environment. If that radiation inside is damaged, that could pose a huge threat to the environment, and it can also pose a threat to health. So anyway, with that in mind, done talking about radiation, we're here to talk about the date of the smoke detector. So this smoke detector in here specifically says, I don't know if you'll see this, there you go, perfect, it says just in there, replace by the year 2005. So this detector, so that there is saying that this smoke detector was supposed to be replaced in 2005. So this detector is 20 years over its initial lifespan. So this detector isn't great either sensor wise. It does, if you test it with smoke, it just goes into a permanent alarm for whatever reason. You put a battery in it, it will literally go into alarm instantly, and it just won't stop because of the sensor. Because this, as you can see, it was very yellowed. It was in the house with a heavy smoker. So smoking damages smoke alarm sensors, and you're more frequent to false alarms. So yeah, so that smoke detector, if you buy a house with one of these smoke detectors in, it's most definitely going to be past its date. So it's not even worth relying on. Just get it replaced as soon as you can, because if your house burns down in the UK, if you've got a smoke detector that's over 10 years old and the detector doesn't function during a fire, you don't get insurance coverage with your house. I don't know if that's true. If that's not true, somebody correct me in the comments. So that's that detector out of the way. That one's part of my collection. It's a pretty old one. So yeah, cool. Now we're going to focus on these newer detectors here. So to find the date on these detectors, this is an EI 141RC. It's a mains powered smoke detector. It's a ACO and EI electronic smoke detector. So the location of the date on this one, you look on the side of the unit, just by the test button on this one, replaced by November 2030. So this smoke detector is still good. This smoke detector would be good for another 4 years yet. So that one is good. That one's fairly new. So next here we have a kiddie. Sorry. This is a kiddie smoke detector. I need to get the blooming bracket off of it. There you go. Let's see what the model of this smoke detector is. Model 29FR. This detector is a pretty nice detector. I got this in a twin pack, and this detector here, if you're wondering where the date is, you can see on the back, there's probably thinking no date. Well, a lot of dates on kidder smoke detectors, or kiddie, whatever you want to call them, a lot of dates on kidder detectors are on the side, like this. So, as you can see here, this was the date of manufacturer, 31st of the 3rd, 2015, 31st of March, 2015. This smoke detector is over 10 years old, so if you've got a smoke detector that's dated 2015, you need to change it. If you've got a smoke detector that's dated 2026, so far, because 2026, if you've got a smoke detector that's dated 2016, and says replaced by 2026, you'll want to look at replacing that detector, because that detector might be falling very unreliable. So if you have a smoke detector that says June, that has the date replaced by June 2026 on, or maybe earlier than that, if you've got a smoke detector that's got a replace date of a replace date that is past. If your detector, I'm stuttering now, if you have a smoke detector that has a past its replacement date, say it says 2026 May, then you may want to look at changing that smoke detector, because that smoke detector is past its date, and if something happens, this unit, if a fire broke out, this unit here could be completely useless. So yeah, so if, for example, fire happened, sensor in this malfunctioned, this thing would be totally useless. Okay, I just don't know why I threw that like that. Just, you'll understand. Anyway, this here is a EI Electronics smoke detector. It's the one with an escape light, which I really like. And also, this was my first ever smoke detector I think I ever got. This was his first smoke detector that I think I ever got. Sorry guys, I'm moving around because my foot's gone dead again. Yeah, this smoke detector was my first ever smoke detector. And yeah, I bought this smoke detector, I think I bought it about 8 years ago, I think. So this is an EI smoke detector. Let's have a look at the model because I'm not quite sure. EI 100LN. So yeah, EI 100LN. The LN probably stands for light or something like that. So yeah. As you can see, this smoke detector is ionization as well. So yeah, this smoke detector is ionization. It's got an escape light, and it's obviously got the piezo sounder in it. So let's take a look on the side. So on these smoke detectors, if you turn it over, you'll see no date. Turn it over this way, no date. If you open the unit up, no date on the inside. If you're wondering where the date is on this unit, you're thinking, where's the date? If you look at this side of the unit, as you can see here, on here, it says replaced by December 2028. So this smoke detector here is still good. It's still good for another couple of years. That's still good for another 2 years yet. So, yeah, that's good for another 2 years yet. So, I'm going to get an example out here. So, I don't know if I can use this as an example, but oh no, actually I'm going to use yeah, hold on. This smoke detector here is dated March 2037, so this smoke detector here is still good. That radio link base over there, I know it's not an alarm, but that's dated 2036. That will still be good for another 10 years yet. So I'm going to show you an example of an alarm that's too old to be installed still. So we're going to bring our trusty Easy Fit EI 166 RF, EI 166 RF. I pronounced it wrong. Please don't bash me in the comments. So this detector here, this is an example of a unit that's too old to be installed anymore. So I'm just going to pull this out. This unit here, so let's have a look at the date on this one. So I'm going to give this as an example. So this is got a radio link base with it. Is that a very nice radio link base? EI168. So the radio link base, as you can see, this is an example of an alarm that would need to be replaced. As you can see, that says right there, replaced by June 2017. So this alarm's expired, or this radio link base is expired. And let's have a look at the base of the alarm. June 2017. So this alarm is an example of an alarm that needs to be replaced. Because that alarm, this means that this alarm if it says on the side there, replaced by June 2017. Sorry, I yawned then. If that alarm says replaced by June 2017, it basically means that it is almost 10 years past its initial lifespan. And that's over 9 years past its initial lifespan, which would put this alarm at about around 19 to 20 years old. You shouldn't rely on a smoke detector after that sort of date, because obviously, as I was saying, they can become quite unreliable after then. So yeah, this one, as I was saying, has, on this one here also is a 10-year one, because it says here on here, as you can see here, battery not replaceable. So this one's got a sealed battery, and so you can't just replace the battery. When this alarm starts to chirp, it means the backup cells inside are dead, so you can't really save the alarm. You know, even if the alarm's on and it still charges, you can't really save the alarm because the alarm's cells have degraded, so it's time to get a new one. Anyway, enough with that said. This was just a quick little video. Apologies if it's been a bit confusing, but yeah, I want to wrap it up there. So yeah, I'm gonna give another shout out to Hobby Productions 19 and James Fallon. Apologies if I've pronounced both your names wrong, but yeah, isn't it? It's James Fallon 2700, right? If I've got that wrong, feel free to bash me in the comments about it. And Hobby Productions 19, I probably know that you'll watch this. So, with that being said, thank you very much for watching. And there was also somebody else that commented. I can't remember the name of it because I'm very empty-headed at the moment, because I've got a lot to remember. So, the next video, I'm going to shout out the 3 comments that were put in the video where I showed the radio link base and the radio link call point. Whoever commented in that video, I will give you a shout out in the next video. I'll write them down so I remember, and I will shout all 3 of you out. So with that being said, thank you very much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and have a good day. Bye-bye.